Yeah, because there's lots of room still back here. Come and join us. We're not scary. Yeah.
There you go.
You might have some good questions. Yeah, I've been thinking. A lot.
Just recording for my purposes for doing documents and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll be here. Sorry if
Okay, maybe we'll switch
maybe
over to
another
this
person
side.
on that side.
Yeah.
Okay,
There we go.
okay, that's good. All right. If you have any questions, please save them for the end. I don't know if you can jot down a memo or something. Unless it's pertaining to what I'm actually showing you, that's okay. It's just I don't want to go too much on a tangent. There's so many people, right? So if I don't speak loud enough, please tell me, all right? And we're going to start, okay? Let me get out of this screen in case you ever find yourself on the desktop of the computer. This is just like a computer. You'll be on the desktop here, and you'll have a button in the middle that you just double click, and you launch, and it's going to load the page.
Now, all our hardware is going to be staying the same, so it's just the actual program that's changing. And we will have an additional station too in the back.
Yeah, you're going to have a tablet as a
tablet.
station, a fourth one, so it'll help you. All right. So every time you come in, for the first time of your first time you use the system for your shift, it'll ask you if you want to log in, to clock in, because this program has the ability to keep your hours. So you can clock. You don't have a choice to clock in. So if I go with, let's say, I think I have an employee 3, check mark. It'll say, hello, server, do you want to clock in? If you say no with the X, it just won't let you do anything. So you're forced to clock in, and at the end of the night, if management wants to keep track of the hours with the system, you should clock out at the proper time. Less work for management to readjust your hours if you decide to just clock in 15 or 20 minutes later. Okay? And I'll show you how to do that. So let's go in here, and we're first going to look at the floor plan. It's the same as Maitre D, where you would hit a table to get into that table, or if it's not sure if you use that much, or you have pickup orders and things like that, you can do quick order. At the bottom of the screen, you have a quick order button with a blue icon. It says quick. I'm going to click that. And there's your screen. So this is a quick order, not a table. You can always switch a quick order to a table if you wanted to. So let me go back again. Okay, I'm going to go in. So the quick button down below, I'm going to hit that. So now it's a quick order. So quick order means you put an item in, you either settle it or you park it, and that way you can pick it up later. So let me do a quick order here to park it. I'm going to order just a burger, halibut burger with the soup of the day, check mark, and here we are. It's on the screen on the left, and let's say I just want to park that. On the right side there's a park button below the discount. I'm going to hit that, and it automatically comes up with a keyboard so for me to text, to type in the name of the person or the phone number, and I hit the check mark, and it parks it. It goes away. Now it sends it to whatever printer it needs to be sent. Alright, I'm going to go back in there. Now you're going to see at the bottom of the screen, there's a view button next to the quick. View means view your tables or your tabs. Okay, you click that, and that happens to be the same screen as the park screen. Okay, so now you saw that. Let me get out of here with the X. I'm going to go to the quick order screen. This is just the order screen. And I'm going to go in the park button again, park, on the right side. And as you can see, it's the same screen. So this tells me here, all the info I want. Let me move this little thing here on the side. Okay, so I've got transaction number, the amount of the check, the table number. If it was a table open, there'd be a number there, but it's not. It's a tab, so it has a label. There's a column for label, which Eve, is my name's there. This time it was started. If it was dine-in or takeout, sales type, and who opened it. Now, I have it set so it's just my stuff that shows, but if you want to see everybody's stuff, oh, let me go back in. You want to see everybody's stuff, you hit at the top, it says My Checks. I'm going to hit that, and now it shows everybody's checks and tabs, okay? So you can always look at what's happening, okay? So let me hit back, and you can also have it as, here if you just want specifically, oops, I don't have any, I can have boxes, but I think this will be better. And on the left side you can see there's the check. If I highlight the one check, it shows me what's on that check, okay? So I can see some details here. So let's say I want to bring up this Eve tab that I started. I'm going to press check mark when I highlight this tab, and it brings me back so I can add something to it, no problem, okay? So I'm going to go to beverage, and I'm going to add a coffee to that with 1 sugar, and I'm going to park it again. Oh, yes. Yeah, everything, every time you get out of the order, it sends it. Okay, anything that you press that gets you out of the screen, it will send it. You don't have to worry. Okay? What's that? No, but I'm saying that we do have a send button. Park is because it's not a table. Okay? It's not a table. So by pressing park, I'm getting the keyboard to come up, and I can put in. It's just a way that.
For takeout orders.
Tabs work.
Takeout orders, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we would use for takeout orders instead of assigning a table all the time.
And there's
It's
also
so
a
much
pickup
better.
feature which comes up with a time,
Oh,
and it'll
nice.
print in the kitchen what time it has to be picked up for, which I can show you next there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna go to view again, or let's go to quick order, and from here I can hit my park button again, and I'm gonna bring up that order with the check mark, and I'm going to go to the settle screen to settle it. So settle, and here we are. You got the amount total due is what they owe, and I'm gonna, they give me $30. I'm going to put on the keypad 30, and then I press the payment method. So if it's cash, then you have 505 change, okay? If it was, which we'll see later, if it was a credit card, the change would be tip instead, gratuity, okay? So, let's go back in here.
So, sorry, can we back up on that?
Yes.
So because we're gonna be integrated, our payment is gonna be integrated, our Moneris payment is gonna be integrated right into the system. So
Yeah.
if they're paying by credit card,
Correct.
do they have to put
Yeah.
the exact
So-
amount with the tip?
Okay, so I will show you that next week when we're live, but because it's not set up now, but when we are integrated, which we will be by next Tuesday when we go live with the system, and Shannon's correct, where if it's cash, you come and close it on the POS, and if it's credit card or debit, then obviously you're gonna, 2 things to do. You put in your employee number, and then you find your check that'll be listed there. Once you pick your check, you don't have anything else to do. You pass the machine to the customer, they do their thing, and then it closes the POS off.
All
The
by-
transaction will be closed on the POS on its own. You don't have to come to the POS and close it.
So that'll speed up a lot of time. No more closing off bills after they've been settled by Visa, MasterCard,
Yeah.
POS, debit.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sorry.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. So that will be, and it records the type of card and the gratuity, everything. So you don't have to worry about anything. It all does it. on its own. Okay? So, as I was saying a while ago, now, let me see if I have something here. I do, okay. Let's back up a little bit and let's say, because I want to open the store fresh, like you're going to do in the morning. And so for this, I'm going to close off last night, okay? So let's go through the procedure of closing, like you're done your shift and you leave, or somebody's at the end is responsible to get the main reading, which you get the main reading, right? So you'll be getting, if you're the last one here, you'll be getting your cash out, you'll be getting the main reading, and then you'll do a closed store. You have to close manually. It's the best way. That way it's always done. Okay? So first thing is, I'm going to go in with my number. I'm going to go to staff at the bottom. Staff button at the bottom. And there I can get my cash out report. So cash out. I press cash out. And,
You got an open check?
yeah, exactly. You can't cash out if you have open checks. So you can transfer them or close your checks. Okay? And we'll go over transferring checks in a bit. Let me close them for now. So what do I have to do? Well, I have to go to view the screen. And then I say, oh yeah, I do have that one table. So I'm going to bring it up. Either you void or you cash it out. So I'm going to cash it out. I'm going to settle it. Cash. And there we go. This black change window goes away after 7 seconds, or you press it and it goes away right away. Now I'm going to go back in there. And let me do one thing. I'm going to add something. I'm going to under server 3. I'm going to add a table. It prompts me for the number of customers. 2. I'm going to add a T here just for to have something open. And then I'm going to leave. I'm going to press send at the bottom. Send. Okay, I have a table. I'm server 3 right now, and I have a table, and it's blue. That means it's my table. I'm going to get out. Now I'm Orca here. I'm somebody else. I'm number 2. I go in. It's green because it's not my table. All right? But when I went to clock out, so I'm going to go again with Orca number 2. I'm going to go to cash out under staff. And I'm going to go cash out. Do you want to print it? Basic is good. They're both the same. Nothing special with detail. Okay, so basic. I press basic. And if my printer was connected, I would hit receipt, but it's not. Okay, I'll put it on the screen. And I don't have it really much here. So this is my cash out. Okay. I'll get you a proper, and this is not the proper one, I'll get you one that you can see later, okay? So, I was able to, okay, I don't want this report, I have to adjust that. So, I got my cash out report, and I'm leaving. Now, the thing is, if I was going to close the store myself, I would need to get a main reading. To get a main reading, I'll go in again under 2 check mark. I'll go under manager this time. Manager next to the staff. And then you have your readings. Now, it's up to management, but it's one of the 2 at the top here. By department, it's just total food, total liquor. And the second one, by product type, is like divisions in maitre d'. It has broken down like burgers and sandwiches, you know, appies and desserts, and it gives you a total for every one of these. So maybe they like that. So we'll have to find out, but it's the first one or second one we like. Okay? So we're going to get, let's say we get the product type one, the second one. You make sure the proper date. We'll pretend this is the right date in May. And then I'm going to get a report. They got my report broken down by product type, and okay, everybody's happy. We're good. We got our we'll get a report later to show you, but we're all happy with our report. Since there's no more transactions happening, I got my reports. I'm going to close the store now. So there's a big green close the store button. I press that. Now what happens? Well, it asks me if I want to close it for today. Yes, check mark. Oh, it says all open checks must be closed. So it won't let me close it if there's open checks. All right, that's why I opened one to show you. So, although if I go here and I go under view, I see no checks here, but I'm just seeing my checks. I want to make sure I see everybody's checks by hitting the top, my checks, and it goes all checks. Then I see, oh yeah, there is one. So I have to bring it up and I have to do something with it, okay? So let's say this was never done, so I'm going to avoid it. Since it's been sent to the kitchen, it's going to ask for a reason. So I'm going to say it wasn't made, for whatever reason we have. Now at the bottom total, it says $0. I need to settle $0 tables. So let's say I open a table and I just want to see the price on something. I have to void the stuff and then settle it, or else I won't be able to do the end of the day. Okay, so end of the day. So I'm going to cash it out, 0. Now I'm employee 2 again, and I go to manager screen, and I go close the store. You wish to close? Yes. There we go. Now some people forgot to clock out, so you can't clock them out. So you can't clock them out. You would actually clock everybody out, you see, all the time. That way they start fresh the next day, okay? So clock everybody out. And you don't have to print if you already printed some stuff, your things you don't need to print again. You won't have all these other reports.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
no,
it's
go
very
ahead.
The one where it said to restart all reports, did you need to restart them all?
No, you don't. Actually, this won't be there.
Okay.
You just take notes here to get rid of these extra.
So obviously, you guys are probably limited with hearing and stuff. Don't panic. It's gonna make sense when you start playing with it. Just right now, try and grab as much as you can.
You will have a week to play with it.
Yeah.
All the terminals, all 3 terminals, and the Sugar Shack have the POS, and you'll learn how to get out of Maitre D and get into Universal. You can use for now. You can use server 3 if you want. Server 3 will give you access to the terminal. Okay, we can create more numbers, and we'll put in your own number.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You can swipe the card still. You
The
can
swipe?
use only swipe or both,
Right?
whatever management
Yeah.
prefers.
I think we're discussing that
Okay.
further today.
All right. So let me get rid of all these reports. We won't need those. Okay. You want to clock out? That's for me. Yes, I want to clock out. And I already got my report. So at the top, you see here it says open the store. That means it's closed. Okay. So I'm good. I can leave. So I'm going to back out with the whale. It's always back up. I'm going to back out, and here I am. I leave this here. It's going to be a screensaver. And the next morning, I'm ready to start a new day. I got to clock in. So I go in, number, and here we go. Hello, Orca. Do you want to clock in? Yes. And I want to start selling. I'm going to press the table. Oh, the store is closed. I can't. I just need to do one thing. Go to manager and open the store. Open the store. You open it for today. You check the date. Yes. And you'll see at the top the correct date is always there, so you know what day the POS is on. And that's all I have to do to open the store to start selling. You back up with the whale and you're ready to go. All right. So now let's look at some features. Okay. Let's go under manager setting. Is mostly for supervisors, where they can get reports. You can get employee reports or just regular reports. And you can go in transactions. The staff has a transaction screen too, and the manager has a transaction screen where they see everything. Okay? Manager will see every single transaction. They can go back to different days. So if you want to see your transaction, you go under staff. Under staff button, you got your transactions. And in here you'll see all your own transactions. And you can actually reprint a check from here that's closed. Everything that's here will be like everything active, future orders, closed, voided. It'll all be here, different colors.
Nice.
No sales, open the cash drawer kind of thing, all different colors. And so it's pretty clear. And you'll see later when we have transactions what it looks like. Now, if I go in, like I showed you a while ago, view at the bottom, view, you view your tables or checks. Here you only see stuff that's open, okay? Not to confuse things. You won't see any closed transactions. All right, let's put in a few transactions so we can start having some fun. So I'm gonna open a table here. Table 19. How many people? 4, or let's say 2. And then I want to add 2 more. Easy to add. If you look in the middle column, it says 1, 2, and then there's add seat a little higher than that. You can add. Oops, the screen's a little pocket. So add. So I'm adding seats. That's how simple it is. Now I'm going to enter an order for 4 people, and I'm going to put them in their proper seat as I go. That way, if I want to split, it's easy to split. There's a 1-button split by seat, so I can do that later. So if I want them all on the same table, I just get 1 receipt, and that's fine. But if I want to split the checks, they'll be ready. So I'm going to go with seat 1. I'm going to get a coffee. Seat 2, tea. Oh, I gotta choose. These are modifiers. I gotta choose what type of tea, of course. And seat 3, and seat 4, something else here. All right. As you can see on the order part, on the left, there's seat 1, 2, 3, 4. That just shows me where things are going. So I don't press on those seat numbers. I press only on the column. And if I want to add something else to seat 1, I'll press the column seat 1 button, and then I'll add a soup of the day. Okay. Now, now that I've added this, I can send. The bottom, there's a send button. There's a send, and then there's a little on the right. There's a send and stay. The only difference between the two is that one sends and takes you back to your floor plan. Send, and then the send and stay is like if I want to send stuff now and keep working on this table, it'll stay on this table, but it will send everything off. Okay. So when if I do send and stay, it'll send what I already punched in. I punch in a few more things, and then later I'll just press send, and it'll send just the stuff that I ordered after. It won't resend the stuff it sent in the first place.
Oh.
Okay. So you don't have to worry.
Good for Appy's first.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it that way, but don't forget, the screen, you won't be here that long, a couple of minutes, right?
Right.
But it'll be on separate chits,
Okay.
obviously, because
Right.
you just sent it 30 seconds before,
Yeah.
okay? All right, so send, I'm going to press the send button, and it goes back to my floor plan, and it'll stay there for, I think it's like 15, 20 seconds, and it'll log out automatically. And we want that so that other servers don't punch in orders under my number, right? I can shorten this timer if it's too long, but there it goes. It went away. All right, so I go back in. My table is blue. I know that's my table, so I can go back in there. Now, if I want to check, I could just print receipt, blue button at the bottom right side. I can hit the receipt, and the receipt will come up. if I say, no, I want split checks, oh, by the way, you'll see that the receipt, when it prints, and I can have it for the training purpose during the week, where the receipt will come up here on the screen. It'll be on the screen receipt. Now, you'll see on your receipt, you'll have one grand total at the bottom, and it'll have one total for each seat. So it gives you we don't have to have that, but I think it's good, where you can bring just one check, and each seat gets their total, so they can kind of like figure things out on their own if they want later. But let's say I do want to split checks, so I'm going to hit split check at the bottom next to the settle screen. Here's split check. Now, I've got one seat has everything on there. If I want to split, I can say split by seating. At the bottom, split by seating, and then split by table by seat position, yes, so check mark, and it'll move everything to its own seat. Now I have 4 checks. Let's say, oh, I changed my mind. Okay, I can move things around. So let's say seat 1 and 2 are together. So I'm going to hit this seat 2, the split 2. I don't touch the split 2, but I touch the seat 2. It'll select everything. I can select one item if I want. Let me add more things here. Let me add a few more things here. And salad. Now let's go back to the split screen again. Okay, so seat 2 has more things now. If I want to, I can hit one of these and then just touch it, and then I touch the seat where I want it to go to, seat 1. So I go to seat 1, it'll move there. Alright, I'll move it back. Alright, so now, like I said a while ago, let's say I want seat 1 and 2 together, and seat 3 and 4 together. But I already split by seat, so I can just move things back. I can hit the seat number 1 and select everything here and see. There we go. Now, when everything's settled, selected, I touch where I want it to go. I do the same with, let's say, this one. Now I have just 2 checks. I can print the checks from here if I want to. I just leave. If I hit the whale, it'll just back up and leave. Let's go. Now you see on the screen, you'll see a little printer that shows split. If I just print it, it'll just be a printer. And if I print it and split, it'll be a printer and it'll say split. So I know exactly what I did on this here. I go back. I didn't print, it just says split. I'll go back here and I can print just one check, or I can print all. At the bottom you have print all receipts. You can print all receipts if you want, all at once. You have a big table. Or you can just print one. I just want to print seat 1. So I'm going to press at the top where it says split 1. I'm going to press the little blue receipt. And that'll print, actually I should redirect this now. So I can see on the screen. Give me a moment. Print manager. Oh, that's right. I didn't assign them, so there's no confusion with Major B. Sorry. Okay. I'll go back to my seat. Never mind. But as you can see, now there's a little printer and it says split. That means I printed a check here. Okay. So as you can see, you can print from here, and you can also go to the payment screen from here. Or you can go to the order screen. The gray box with the check number, that's how I get back to that seat to add something. So let's go to the split 3 here. I'll hit the gray box. That'll take me back to the order screen. And then I can order something here. And then I can just leave. I can go send. If I don't want to go back to that group and to that table anymore, and I go on another table. But let's say I go back on there, they're ready to pay, I print their check by going on split 3. I hit the blue icon, which is the receipt. I can do the same with split 1. Now, ready to pay, I can do it either from this screen, which I would go to checkered flag is the settlement screen. So let's go settlement screen. So I'm going to go split 3. I'm going to hit that little checkered flag. And here we are. And I'm going to put in $35 cash and change. All right. Now I can come here, but let's say they're not ready to go. They're not ready to go yet, so they keep drinking. Now later on, if I want to, if I'm on here, instead of going to the checkered flag, I'll go to the order on the gray box. And from here, I can hit the settlement screen at the bottom right corner. Settle, same place. Okay, so there we go. If it's cash transaction and I just hit the cash button without putting an amount, it'll assume I'm getting $54.12, and then you just figure the difference yourself. Okay. Now, let's say I make a mistake. I put in $25 cash, and I press cash, and now, oh, it's disconnected? Oh, okay. Sorry, just a moment, please.
This machine's noisy, eh?
Oh, I didn't even hear it. I was so focused. That's all I couldn't hear.
If you need a keyboard, if you need to get in. Oh, we're back? Okay, goody. So, I entered $25 on a $50 table here, and I made a mistake. I didn't want to put 25, I want to put another amount. So you have an edit payment on the left. I'm going to hit edit payment, and it lets me take this out. So I'm going to highlight the $25 cash and remove payment on the left. So it puts a negative 25, so it cancels it out. And I hit edit payment again to go back. And here we go. We have the original amount back in there. So I can, okay, that's if I made a mistake. I didn't completely close it. Now if I close it off to the wrong payment, let's say I did US cash instead or something, there's a way to reverse that, okay, which we'll cover. But for now, just close it off to cash. Okay, here we go. Cash. And it's closed. Let's go back. And right here a while ago, what I did, I got some phantom screens because I moved things around where I had 4 seats and I didn't use one of them. So you can just close that all. There's a button there. All to cash at the bottom. If I do that, it's all 0 anyway. So that just happened because I opened some, I transferred stuff and left some blank seats. Okay? All right. Now let's open another table. 2 people. And let's go back. I want to fix this this table. I closed it to the wrong thing. So the wrong payment. So I'll go manager here, and you may need like supervisor access for this, depending what manager wants. So I'm going to hit manager. Oh, I'm in the middle. So if you look at the top right corner, it's written here, pretty small, but it's written cell is active. Okay? Because I opened a table and I still don't have anything yet, or I had something. Top right corner, cell active. What's that? Oh, you don't see it because, okay. Yeah, it's because, it's okay. Don't worry. You'll see it. You'll see it when we're not, oh, you see it now? Okay. It's because we're remoted in through that one. at the top had something. Okay, so it says sale is active. This will tell you if there's started a table or something and it's waiting for you to finish it off or close it off. Okay, what I did here, I opened the table, so it's waiting for me to enter stuff. So if I don't want this, I'm gonna have to settle it. Well, if I just open a table, I can just back out. That's fine. But it's still open. Okay? Sell is active. I need to settle it to $0. Make sure it's not open. Alright. So if I go into manager here, so I can remove the payment on that screen, I can go to transactions under manager transactions, and in here I have some, let me move this thing here. I have some transactions in here. Now the gray part at the top, they're filters. I can tap that and it'll rearrange by, let's say, by transaction number or by table number. There might be a lot, really full day. So there's like hundreds of tables, hundreds of transactions completed or not completed, active, whatever. So if I want to find something easily, I can hit one of these gray filters at the top. It'll filter it out by payment type or by, table number, and then I can easily find something. Or by servers, who opened. It's, it'll show you who opened it. Easy to find something. So let's say, okay, this is the one, and you look on the right side, gives you a little description of the order. I can print a receipt at the bottom if I wanted to. Managers will be able to void a sale if there's a problem. Now it says erase payment at the bottom. Erase payment is for if I want to bring it back and settle it again, maybe with a different, maybe it's supposed to be U.S. cash or something. I know you're going to be integrated,
Yeah, we're gonna be
so you don't
integrated,
have to
so-
worry about the wrong payment if it's credit or debit. But this is how you bring back a transaction. So I press erase payment, and you wish to remove payment and gratuity, yes. And now it says active at the top, and it'll be yellow if it's active. You select it and you go use sale at the bottom where it brings it back to the screen, the sale screen. Use sale. And this is where you would, fix it or close it up again. Settle screen, and okay, it was supposed to be US cash, so I'll put US cash. And by the way, US cash, it shows you here how much US cash you should collect with the par. I don't know if you get any, but we put I think right now it's at par 1.2 or something. So anyway, I press this cash. Let me put in an amount, US cash, and it'll give you the Canadian change. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now, under managers, you have paid out button, paid in, paid out, and you can get to the back office. But that won't work for servers, okay?
Most people here are servers.
Okay, so yeah, that won't work. There we go. Under the staff button, you have a drawer. You can open drawer at the bottom here, and you can see your own transactions. Okay. All right. Table number. So you have a floor plan with your table numbers, but if ever you want to go to a table number that's not on the plan, like you have a 500 table for something specific, you can hit the table button at the bottom, and you can put in your table 500. And how many customers? So one. And there we go. Reserved for something specific. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to send. All right. So when I go, I can't see that table in here, but obviously you will see it when you go to view. Okay? Everything's in here. Okay. Let's go to the table again. And next, you got manager staff, and then you got miscellaneous functions mostly for supervisors, where you get to do some price change, void sale, refund, things like that. There's countdown. Countdown, you may be find it useful where if you have only, 3 steaks left, and you want the button to show, it'll show a little 3 on this on that, okay, on that screen, on that button. So I'm gonna go countdown. I hit countdown, and then I hit. We have mains, classics, Salisbury steak. So I'm gonna hit Salisbury steak. It takes me to the screen at the bottom right corner. I got countdown. I hit that, and I ask how many do I have left. I have 3 left. I hit the check mark. It says a 3 there. Now when I back up, you'll see a little 3 on that Salisbury. Every time I sell one, it'll go down 1. So if I go now, back, it takes a few seconds. There we go. It's a 2 until it has an X on it when there's no more. Now let's say we just got the order in and now we're fine. We need to get rid of that. I can go function, countdown, and I select my steak again. I press the countdown button, it disappears. If I put a 0, it'll put an X on it, but if it's nothing on the button, it means it's unlimited. So there you go, we're back to normal.
So that's how you make it unavailable?
I put a 0.
A 0?
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
A 0 makes it unavailable, put an X on it. So let me do that just for training purposes. Put a 0, and here we go. And that's what it'll look like. So it's not available now. Can't press it. Oops, I didn't.
That's good.
Can't press it. Oh, press it. Actually, the screen is not calibrated properly, and I keep pressing the other button. I got to fix that calibration. Let me just take a note here. Calibration. All right. So, moving on. The sand and stay. So if I was going to add a few things here, and then I go sand and stay. So it's sand and stay bottom. And now, sand stuff will be like cream color, as you can see, a little different than the rest, but the bottom stuff I just sent out stays that color just because I didn't refresh the screen yet. It will. But that stuff is sent, so now I can stay and then add something else to this order. And then I hit send at the bottom. It'll send just that last item I just added now. It won't resend anything that was sent before. If you go back, you'll see everything now is gray. Is off-white, meaning it's all gone. Okay? All right. Now let me go and start a tab here. A quick order. I got a phone call. Okay? So I get a phone call for a pickup order. Now I'm gonna put in this burger. Now you're gonna notice at the top left corner it's blank. If I have a table, it'll be at the top left corner, but now there's nothing because it's not a table. I'll put in a burger, and then I will hit when I'm done, when I'm ready do you get customers here? Do you when you take a phone number, do you have customers in the system?
No.
I've never.
Okay, you could here. You could choose the customer. It has the name and address, everything. I don't know. You don't do delivery.
We don't do delivery.
No, okay.
So
But phone number and name. So I can at any time go choose a customer. So I'm gonna go choose customer, and it's asking me for a phone number. I'm gonna put a phone number here, and I hit check mark. If it doesn't exist yet, I can add it. I hit check mark. It's gonna say, do you want to create? Yes. And then I have here the phone number that I just. That's not the phone number.
That's our phone number.
No, it's not the phone number I just
Yeah.
put in.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I went. Weird.
So another thing is our Modern is going to be integrated into the system as well. So
Online orders.
Online orders,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there'll be no having to ring in the orders because they're going to go automatically. Do they go automatically
Well,
to the kitchen? or
if
do you
they
have to look
order,
at it?
yeah, they'll go automatically for the online order.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll go automatically, when you get them,
Yeah,
you have an option, I think, to accept or just automatically accept.
okay,
And then it goes to the printer.
right,
Those are for people order on the Modern.
right.
Modern. I don't know if you still have some people calling in.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we get
yeah.
So then, this is for people who call in.
Call in, yeah.
But some people will use the Modern online ordering app, which they can pay on there, and it'll go to your kitchen.
Through Modern?
No.
Are we using a remark button anymore, or are we moving forward, are we just giving people's information and it just is not like?
Yeah, well, you got the system for it.
Is there a remark button and is
There is a remark button for modifiers
Yeah,
on your
but
food.
Normally that's where we would put phone
Yeah.
numbers and pickup time?
Yeah, you won't have to now. Yeah,
Okay,
because it gives it a pickup time on the printer, on the kitchen printer, and everything.
But sometimes people will say, I wanted 3 hours from now.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'll show you that.
And do we want to be saving people's phone numbers and names for future orders, or we just want to pick up?
That's what it's for. If you want to, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, you were asking.
Logistically, sometimes we have to increase our pickup time for takeout to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
If it's already going to the kitchen, how do we send a note to the customer to say 40 minutes if your order was like 40 minutes?
well, you can say. I mean,
It'll still be,
The way it does
we
it-
still accept it and then give them the quoted time when we
Oh,
accept it, but then
so
instead of having to ring it in after, it just goes straight to
it
the
just
printer.
goes straight.
okay, there we go. Okay, and Modern online ordering with the app is one thing, and then this little button I'm showing you, the pickup button and the customer, that's another separate thing. Okay, that's if they just call you directly here and they order. Okay, so again, 555-6666, and I want to create a new customer, and I have to
Maybe
figure out
because
why
it's not a
doing-
valid phone number that you're gonna get as a preliminary.
That's weird. I've never had this before. But if I hit last name, I just need a last name for it to be able to save. Okay, so I hit that and I hit the little keyboard on the right side, and there we go. Eve, whatever last name. Okay, and I don't know, something. Maybe because it's demo or something's different here. But anyway. So that's how you save. So check mark, and you save it. The customer was not found. Do you want to create it? Okay. I obviously did something to not. It doesn't like me right now. Check mark. Okay. We'll go over that again. Something's acting a little different. So right above the pickup button, you have a little blank space there. That's where the customer name will appear. Okay. And then I know I have that customer here. Now pickup. I hit pickup button on the left side here, and I can choose the time. Okay. So I want this for 2 p.m. 2 p.m. At the bottom of the screen is where you get the time and the date that's going to that's going to say on the kitchen sheet. It'll send right away. It'll just say at the bottom of the kitchen receipt that it's for pickup at 2 p.m. And if you have a customer, it also gives you the customer name and phone number. And that's all. Okay. You press check mark, and it sends it out. Yeah. It'll ask, so let's say it's for Ted. It'll come up here, and it'll have their name on there. Because since I wasn't able to choose a customer, it asked me for a label. So I put a label on there. Now, I can go, since I'm on this screen already, and at the top right corner, no active sale, as you can see here. So I can go in my park button. It's like my view, and I can see what's happening here. So obviously Ted is there, and it says time expected 2 p.m. on the right side, on the left side. I got my other things here. Now when Ted comes in, I can go to park here and grab him. I highlight it and I hit check mark, and I can settle this. Now if I just want to see my pickups, I can hit my pickup button without entering any food. So first of all, let me put that to park again. I'll go back. Now if I'm on a quick order screen and I want to see all my pickups, I can hit the pickup screen if I don't have anything ordered on there. And it'll take me to my pickup screen. You can see pickup order at the top. So let me, it did something here I didn't like. All right, I'm gonna have to see where it is. Let's go back to park. Yeah. Why don't I have, oops. Why don't I have it in my pickup screen? Oh, it is there. Okay. So these are only my pickups when I hit my pickup button. And if I want to see everything, I hit my park button and it has everything. Okay. All right. So Ted comes here. It's 2 o'clock. He's ready to pay. I bring it up with the park, and then I go to settle screen. Or if he pays by credit card, that's okay. Yeah. If he pays by credit card, then you use the credit card machine. That's it. All right. Okay. Now, name table. If I have a quick order, which I don't. These are table on the. You'll see table 500, table 15. Let me open a quick order. Quick order, and I put something on there, and I'm going to park it, and I'm going to call it Liam. Now, if I want to make that quick order a table, I can by just going here, go in. I can go into my screen, my view, and I choose the bottom one here is called, it has label Liam and it has no table number at the bottom, so I know that's the one. And I can go at the bottom, says move table. This means that I can move either a table 5 to table 8 if they decide to change place, or if it's a tab I can move it to a table number. So I'm going to go move table, and I'm going to select table 8. And it says move transaction 67, since it's not a table, to table 8, check mark. Okay, same thing if I do 15 right now to 14. I'm going to hit table 50. I'm going to hit, move table. And it says, hit the table you wish to move, 15. And then move it to 14. I'm going to hit 14. And it says move table 15 to 14. That's how you use the move table function. Okay, let's go into table 8 and name table. If I have a table number and I also want a name on it, I can hit table name at the bottom here, and I can just name it. And now if you look at the top left corner, it's table 8. And let's see here. And if I go into my view or park area, view, and I can see that it's table 8, and it also has a label Julie. Okay, I was able to name that table. All right. Void. Void is two-way. It's it could be just correct item, or void. If you've sent it already, it'll ask you for a reason. So if I add a wrap here, a couple wraps, and I meant to only press 1, I can hit the void button to delete whatever is highlighted here. It'll take it off the screen. Okay, so it's just a correction since it hasn't been sent already. But once I sent it, I'm going to hit send. Go back to 8, And now I'm going to hit void on that Caesar wrap. Now it asks me for a reason because it's been sent. In the kitchen, they will get a -1 chicken wrap. And it'll have the wasn't made reason, test, whatever, staff error. It'll have the staff error reason next to the, at the top of the item. So they know that it's an error. Okay, and there we go. Now, we're up to percentage discounts. Now, let me see what I have for discount. Okay, I do have some discounts. All right. 10% pizza. Let me check one quick little thing here, just to be sure. When you apply a discount, most discounts, you're going to say tag next to them. That means that they have a, this screen needs calibration. Okay, so I got the 10% fireman staff. Actually, they are all, see, you're going to see, I'm going to put the word tag so you know next to each of the discounts here. Let me take note here, tag, label. All right, just so that if it's a whole check item like a sales, if you want a discount on the sale part, then it's not tagged, it just applies a discount to the whole check. But if it's like most discounts, you can select multiple items, it's a tag discount. And let me show you why I go over this, because if it's a tag discount, you need to hit tag on. Okay, tag. Now if you look on the order part on the left side where it says total tax, there's something that says tag under that. If you press tag, it'll say tag on. You need to say tag on. So let me add more things here to this screen. Okay, so let's send it and go back. All right, let's say I want to tag 2 of those 3 items. I need to hit tag on. It says tag on now. Anything I touch on the screen will put an asterisk next to it. Little asterisk on the right side of the item, of the price. That means those are the items that are going to be discounted. All right, so I go choose my discount. And they say, let's say 10% pizza staff. Well, that would be pizza. Let's go fireman. There we go. And I press the check mark. And it only discounts those items that had an asterisk. When I press tag on, I select, I can deselect. I press it, the asterisk goes away. So this is going to be normal. I don't think I've had a site yet that did call me and say, my discount's not working after the first day or 2. Because they forget they have to press tag on to apply the discount. Okay, so maybe I say that because sometimes it'll stick in your mind a little more. Okay, so that's how you apply discount. You can void a discount. If you made a mistake, you applied the wrong discount, you just highlight it and you go void, the discount disappears. You start over again. You can apply the discount anytime, but it's better to wait at the end in case you have a type of discount, maybe a 2-for-1 Appies, something that should only be applied once during the order, and you add more Appies later on, then the discount won't like that. So I have a habit of doing it at the end of the order. You apply your discounts. Okay, all right. We're almost through this screen here. Now you have the 1 at above the discount on the right side. You have the 1 at. That's the quantifier. So you can go like 5 of lattes, 5 lattes all at once. Okay. Oh, by the way, on the screen you see here for my coffees, I have 16 ounce in black, 16 ounce and 12 ounce. So the way this works, you hit the ounce first and then you hit your type. Okay, so 16 London Fog, 12 latte, coffee latte. That's how you use that.
Can hit a-
You might,
Yes,
yeah.
Can you add a couple of those too, so we can see how they work?
you want to do what?
Yeah, like do a, like a modifier, yeah. add
Oh, yeah,
flavor
add. You
or
hit
something.
add coffee syrup or something.
Yeah,
You know, add shot. You
Okay.
just press it.
yeah.
Very
Good.
simple.
Good, good.
Okay. Now you have some. You'll notice on some of the screens we did add some of these. Like let's say soup. We have garlic toast. That's an add-on, right? There is one. These are the modifiers. We're able to put modifiers right on the screen.
Nice.
So, you know, but we do have a modifier screen. If you look on this top portion in red, modifier screen, I hit that, and then I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to have an extra button here where it has these messages will be on its own button. And anyway, I'll have messages and gift cards on the last one. I won't have these messages on this modifier. I'll have more place for modifiers. And then you can have like, let's say, no mustard, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's how this works. And you have an add-on screen, right?
Is there an open remark too? That we can
Yeah, if
type
you
into?
look at all the screens right now, they have remark
Okay.
and open food at the bottom right corner. I put them on most of the screens here. When it comes to drinks, you're going to get open drink, and then on alcohol, open liquor. Now, I don't suggest we keep those permanently. Once you're comfortable in adding buttons really quickly, because you can't report on those after a year of sales and you get like $2,000 of open drinks and you go, well, what did we sell? So it's preferable not to have it, but definitely do what you want. But the remark button, yeah, it's nice and easy here, but like I said, it's much easier to have, if you're missing a mod you use often, let's just add it to the modifier screen, and that way you don't have to type.
Yeah.
So we can keep the remark, but it's better if you have something you use often, like, oh, how about we add that button, right? Okay. Now, hold and fire. I don't know, you may want to use that. It's if you have a, let's say I enter something like my salad, Caesar salad. Do I have Caesar salad here? Here we go. So, Caesar salad. Oh, let me X out this, let me void this thing and start again. I want to do Caesar salad for, okay, I don't want any extra stuff. So I have my Caesar salad here, but I want to hold for some reason. So I can, I select it, I press the hold fire button on the right side, and then I can hold that item. So hold item. And it'll say for how long. I don't have to choose an amount of time. If I don't, it'll be up to me to fire it. If I want to hold it for 20 minutes, I do, check mark. It'll fire automatically after 20 minutes. If you notice on your screen here, let me leave and go to the floor plan. My table 8 is yellow. That means I have something that's held there. So I can wait the 20 minutes, it'll fire on its own, or that means the kitchen's not getting it yet, okay? Or I can go in it and fire it myself. Even if I put a timer, I make sure it's highlighted like it is now, and I hit hold fire button on the right, and I go fire all or fire item, okay? It will put an F on it, and the second I leave the table, it'll fire into the kitchen, okay? So here we go. My table is no longer yellow. And now, move table. Remember what we did a while ago on the floor plan? We were able to move a table or put a tab to a table. Well, there's a button here too if I want to do it right from here. If I can move it, move table to table 9. There we go. It's now at the top left corner. You see table number 9. And if I go to back to floor plan by hitting send, it's now table 9, which I don't have a table 9. But I will always see all my tables under view, no matter if I don't see it on the plan. And if you can see here, Julie is now 9, okay? I'm going to move her back to 8. It's that simple.
What if we needed to change servers to put them to a
Okay,
different section?
transfer, let's say I'm leaving, I want to transfer my tables. Okay, good idea. let's make sure that the server is started. So let me start server 3, which is called server. And so server 3 is in there. They're green because they're not my tables. But I want these tables because Orca's leaving. So now Orca has to give me the tables. So I'm Orca, I'm going to go in, number 2, and I'm going to go transfer. At the bottom of the screen you have transfer next to move table. So I'm going to hit transfer, and I hit the table in question, is 8, and it says transfer to who? I'm going to transfer to server. Alright, I'll do the same thing for 14, so transfer 14 to server. There you go. Now, I am still clocked in Orca here. Oh, by the way, you can see whose number's in. By the bottom right corner, it says the date, station 2, Orca. That's how you identify the station if we call you and say, what station are you having the problem with? All right. So, sorry. Now, as I'm 2, these are not my table. And I can clock out now. I can go home. All right. So I'm going to go with 3. And go in 14. Move item. Move item is if maybe I made a mistake and put it on the wrong table, or maybe another table is paying for my bottle of wine. So I can move an item to, let's see here, let's add a picture of Lighthouse Amber Ale, and I send it. Now you go, okay, I put that on table 14, I meant to put it on table 8. So I go on table 14, I hit move item, and it says enter the table number you're moving it to, table 8. And then it'll bring up both tables. So I can take my Lighthouse picture and move it to my table 8 by hitting one item on one screen and hitting the other screen, it'll put it there. Just like highlight, and I press the other table. So that's how simple it is, okay? I can move as many items as I want. And then I hit the backup whale here at the bottom, and that's how it finalizes everything. There we go. At the top here, I have reorder. I don't know if you have any use for that. Pubs usually, when they have a lot of drinks, and it saves them time, you press reorder, and it brings up the whole list, and you can just, like, you know, if there were a bunch of drinks here, you could just whatever you select will reorder, and then you press check mark. It'll just reorder the same thing. It'll add it. Okay. At the top corner, you have a dine in. It says that's a toggle button where you can go from dine in to take out. So obviously, well, this order has been going on for a while, but if I have a new table here, let me show you what you can do. 2 ways. First of all, it's dine in default right now. So let's say I order my breakfast, and I choose my mods for my breakfast, and I send this out as dine in. So at the top of the printer in the kitchen, it'll all say dine in all the time, as it's this default. But let's say I go back in. Oops, that's not the order I want. Is it 15? Yeah. So let's say this person says, well, I'd like to grab a burger for my wife. So can I have that to go? So then when you open that order, if you hit toggle take out, I mean, you can do the whole order take out, but if ever you wanted to do it on a part of the order, that's fine too, because now, since I put it to take out and I ordered a burger, the kitchen at the top is going to get that at the top. It'll say take out, so they know how to package it. So now I send again, and it'll send with a takeout at the top.
Did that change the whole order to take out or just the one?
Yeah, I mean, it will. The only thing about that, yeah, is that it will tag it as a takeout order for sales purposes because we changed it halfway through.
Okay.
It's the last thing you have it as. The sale type will be takeout. That means because on your report at the bottom you do have a summary. What was
Right.
dine in, what was takeout. That's the only thing it affects really. It's not a
Is
big
it
deal.
still attached to that server though for their sales?
Yes, it's attached to that server for sure.
Okay.
Whoever enters the order, whoever opened the order, okay? All right, let me go 3. Okay, so there we go. They are ready to pick. Now, somebody will say to me, what if, let me see this order here, number 8. And I'll add a seat to number 8. There's a lot of stuff here. And I'll put, I want to make 2 checks, but I want to make 2 checks evenly split, okay? Without having to use the calculator and stuff. What I'm going to do is I can give them 2 separate checks that are going to be evenly split, more or less if the cents work out, but there'll be a penny or 2 difference. Now I can go split check right now. I added another seat. I go split check at the bottom. And now I'm going to put, so in order to split it exactly in 2 or 3, whatever, I need to split all these items. I can split an item. I can split an item by selecting an item. Well, right now I selected the whole thing by hitting seat 1, okay?
That'll just
Let
split it.
me go back just to split one item to start. We're splitting the Caesar salad. So I highlight it, and at the bottom there's a split item button. I hit split item, and it asks me where do I want to split it, so I can hit another 1 or 2 or 3 seats, whatever, if it's a bottle of wine or something. So I hit one of the other seats. I can hit a third one. There we go, okay? Now I hit at the bottom, click to finish splitting. It'll put a third on each. I want to unsplit because I made a mistake. I can, now I don't want to do partly undone. I want to do it all back. So I'm going to take this split here. I'm going to put it back on the first seat. And I go it again. See how it's still a third here? I want to put it all back before I change it to 2. Because the computer will get all messed up. Well, the order, like, it'll have a problem. See, it's got 2/3 on 1 and 1/3. If you start messing around, it's better if you made a mistake, put it back like it was. Like I'm going to take that third again and put it on the seat 1. And now it puts it back as a whole. So now I'll go Caesar salad. It just stopped? Oh, is it plugged in?
I just froze or something.
Water break.
Yeah, you have to shout so much and then through the mask.
Is it good now? Okay, perfect. We're back. Okay, so now I put it back as 1. Now if I want to do just split in 2, then I will do it again. Whoops, I didn't do my split. So I highlight my Caesar salad and I go split and I do this and I split, finish split, and there we go. Okay, now this all comes back to if I want to split a check in 2 exactly, I just highlight everything. So I'm going to hit seat 1, and that's going to do everything at once. And then I go split item in 2. So I'm going to go do this and then finish splitting. And now I'm going to get half of everything on both bills. So that's how I get the same amount on both, or more close anyway, 64. Weird enough, most of the time. But usually it's like a penny or 2 difference. Here it's more, but anyway. They'll have to argue and fight who gets to pay a few cents more, okay? So there we go. And then I can just hit the finalized checkered flag. Oh, by the way, which I think I may have mentioned, if they just leave you money on the table or something, you want to close all to cash at the bottom, there's a checkered flag at the bottom, all to cash. You don't have to do anything. You just press that button, and it'll close everything to cash, and you just, you know, walk away. There we go. Okay. All right. So, let's. Everybody is comfortable with how you finish your day by going cash out. I can just quickly just go over real quick. You're done your day. You would go to staff. So, I'm done my day. I see if I have any tables left. I go view. Oh, I do have one. I need to close that off first. I'm gonna cash it out. Now I go back. I know I have nothing left. I can go to staff and then cash out. And then I get my report. And yeah. So, cash out. And you can get it. You can get your. It's quiet all of a sudden.
It's the machines just turn on. It's nice.
Yeah. So I can print here, screen. You can print your cash out if you know paper jammed or something. If you need to reprint your cash out again, you can reprint it as long as you didn't clock out. Once you clock out, it resets your cash to 0. Okay? You clock out when you're satisfied with your.
So you can do a printout and then clock out later?
Yeah. Well, if you don't have any tables, yes.
Do you want to do my
You won't be able to
cash out?
cash out before you clear your tables. Like
No, but I can do my cash out and then I can go back in and clock out after.
yes. Okay. And another thing too, you can. Let me go back here. If you go under staff and transactions, your transactions, you will see a summary of what you sold. Right on the bottom right, you'll see here a summary. As a manager, manager button, you can see the whole store summary here, but under staff, you just see your own, okay? Your own transactions and your own sales, and a few other things here. There you go. And yeah, are there any questions that somebody may have? Yes?
Lots.
Good? Good?
I'm good.
So, can we park a table without sending it to the kitchen if we've forgotten something that the customer had ordered yet?
Now, when you park something, it sends it to the kitchen automatically.
Okay, is there any way that we can take the screen so somebody else can use it to find out what information that we can?
Not if you have items on there, you need to void the items and leave the screen. Okay?
What about that whole button though?
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah, I guess you're right. That's a workaround. Yeah, you can hold all. Yeah, as, yeah. That's smart, yeah. I've never had anybody ask me that, and that works perfect, thank you.
A question kind of in that vein, for the hold button, I noticed it was in 5-minute increments. Is there any way to set it for like, say, 5 minutes is too short, 10 minutes is too long, set it for 7 or 8 minutes?
No.
Or is it only 5 minutes?
Yeah, only those increments,
Okay.
or none at all, and you decide, you fire it manually,
Okay.
okay?
With the quick, do we ever max out on how many tables?
With the what?
With the takeout orders, I think it's called the quick.
Quick
Quick
order,
order?
yeah, yeah?
Do we ever max out on how many we
No,
have?
no.
So we
That's a question I got before with another system. They used to max out after 30 tables, after 30 orders. No, you don't max out,
Okay.
okay? All right.
Bounce off of that, so we used to use the tables you see from like 100 or 120, or we used to use those as our takeout, or we now just using a quick order, so those are now just. they can go
Obsolete,
by
I
eye,
think
like,
so. Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
what
okay.
I was gonna talk to him about. It makes more sense, cause then you can just bring it up and you can see all their names and everything, and the phone number will be much easier.
We don't run out.
Yeah, yeah.
Others do.
Is there a way, because we're typing in their phone number now and it's storing those customers, can we put credits onto their account? So-
Yeah, I mean, yes, you have a way to put credit on an account. If you owe them a meal or something,
Yeah.
you can put
Yeah.
credit on the account. We can go over that.
Nice.
you can, well, you'll have your gift cards on here too.
Right, yeah.
Do you, right now you use gift cards that we print for you?
You're going to probably.
Oh, you haven't
but
been using those? Do
We,
you have
we
gift
have hard
certificates?
plastic gift cards,
Okay,
yeah, but
that you
we-
use with Maitre D?
Yes,
That
yes.
we print for you, or
No, you
get?
haven't, we bought them
Okay.
through another company.
Okay,
So we
okay.
need to make sure that you can
Okay.
accept all those
Yeah,
numbers.
we just gotta test it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you have
Any
gift
other
cards.
questions?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
You're saying that for the online orders, they get sent right to the kitchen?
For the Modern app,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll get your Modern tablet here and you get to accept,
Yeah.
and then it'll print to the kitchen automatically when it's integrated. At the
Right.
moment, it's not integrated.
Yeah, it's not.
And it might not be integrated on Tuesday when we go live. It won't be, I'm pretty,
Okay.
pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
'cause I was just gonna say that sometimes there's like a special request part where they can write a comment, and sometimes it's very confusing. And like we have
Ah.
to change things and stuff, so I'm just
Good
wondering
point.
how that's
Okay.
gonna work.
So yeah, let's look at that when we
Yeah.
go.
So
live.
as it is right now, that's a good point. If it was clear, you just hit accept and it would automatically ring in, you wouldn't have to ring it in, but if it is something that's confusing, you may wanna call the customer and say, you know, do you really?
So
need
not
it
automatic
like this or
accept,
whatever? Yeah.
do it manually,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we just gonna do after the name, or do we have to put it on C1 individually, say after the first time, one, or do we also kind of push one person?
Yeah, I don't know, that was on my question too.
As far as courses go, we do have a function for courses. You can pre-tag like in the back office, what is a course one, what's like an appy, what's a main course, and what's a dessert, whatever. And then you can easily change this. Let's say they order a Caesar salad, but they don't want it as an appy. They want it as a meal. Normally, if it's so you can change it from appy to entree on the fly in the front end as you're ordering it. So
Okay.
it'll be. It's not set up right now because I didn't know
Yeah.
you use courses,
Yeah,
but
we
if
have
you
an
want
Appy
to.
First button is
Oh,
what we
okay.
had before.
But if you think
Yeah.
it's easier just to have what you do, you order, let's say, the Caesar salad, and it'll say a little A next to it for appy. You just highlight it and go entree, and it's now an entree. So the kitchen will have a summary that it'll give you the items by seat, and at the bottom it'll say all the entrees in one section, all the appys on the one, and then entrees.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can
that's
we make
good.
it entree and appy?
Sorry, what?
And can you make an entree and appy? Because I got kids that are like, parents are like, I wanna order like the adult 5-piece chicken strips as an appy.
Oh yeah, you can,
Yeah.
whatever.
Maybe
If it's an entree, you make it an appy.
Okay,
If it's an
okay.
appy, you can make it an entree and switch over. Yeah, yeah.
Because right now, that system to put everything on C1, if you miss putting appy first on any item, sometimes it,
Oh, okay. So maybe you do want the course function. I
Yeah,
highlighted
we
it. I'm
have
gonna
to
put it on the
talk to
screen,
Troy and
and
see
it's
how they
super
want to do
easy
it.
because you set it up ahead of time. What
Yeah.
should be an entree, what should be an appy.
Yeah,
But when it comes up, there's a little A or E next to it, and you just like, if you want to switch it, you just highlight it and switch it.
right.
Just one
yeah.
button press, like
So
two
it's a
buttons.
course selection.
Select and press. Yeah, it's easy. So we can do that. Any other questions? Oh, before you go too far, most of you, if you're still here, I'd like you just to sign the training sheet, just for just to see who took the training. My boss is happy that I did it.
So he gets paid.
Yeah. But if there's more questions, or if you want to practice and play with it,
Yeah.
I'll be here for a bit.
And we're gonna get the iPad extra station set up this week, in the back here. And that's something that they could play with all
Yeah.
week, and
Yes.
will it get all bogged down? Do they have to close it off and all
No,
that
so
kind of stuff?
I just asked that if you're gonna play with the system, we can put your numbers in there, your employee numbers and whatever, and it's gonna be it's gonna be like live, but I'm going to erase everything on Tuesday morning, so it's okay. Whatever you do, it won't hurt the system. Do anything you want.
And it
Press
won't
anything.
send to the kitchen.
And it
No.
won't send to the kitchen. I can have the printout go onto the kitchen, and the receipt go on the screen, so you can have a look at it.
Yeah.
All I ask is that you settle your tables you're playing with. That way, it's not like 500
Yeah.
open tables later. So yeah, just play with it, settle it, do whatever you want, and
And I think what we'll do is we'll put a notepad or a binder back there so that we want to encourage you guys to play with it. If there's any kind of questions, write them down, or things that you're noticing that you
Yeah.
need to add.
prices
Yeah.
or missing mods or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, definitely that will help us very much to be
Fine-tune
ready,
it.
really
Yeah.
ready.
So will it be signed a number, or are we still using our card?
I'll assign you your number you have already in Maitre D, okay? If you want.
We just use the card so I don't get it.
Oh,
So
I
use
see,
their
I see,
number right
okay,
now.
okay. Whatever is easier for you. You want, I can put all their cards into this one.
That would be
Yeah.
best.
I
Someone
would
with a
just
badge
need
reader.
to put it in there, yeah. So yeah, if you
So
want to
we're
use your
gonna
card.
stick with cards,
Sorry,
or we're gonna stick
Yeah,
with
for,
cards?
for now.
if you want to, you can, yeah. You can use cards or have a number, I guess, if you, it's up to
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
that's on the
You
person.
can do both.
Yeah.
You can do both or just a swipe.
Both would be nice
I
if I
guess-
forgot there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you
Sometimes
forget your
they-
card or something.
Yeah.
Let me just show you, since you're all here right now, I do have the gift card set up. So let's go just do a transaction with a gift card. I'm going to, normally if it's just somebody who comes up to the counter and says, I just want to buy a gift card, that's not with their order. They just want to order a gift card. So I'm going to go to quick. I'm just going to open a quick order. And I'm going to go to there's going to be a special screen at the top that says message and gift cards. Right now it's under modifier or add-ons. There it is. So I can just hit gift card open, or I can have presets one. We decide what presets we want, but let's go open. And then it'll ask me to swipe the card. I don't have a card here. Let's just try this one. What's that? How many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. I might have it set for an extra 2 numbers. Okay. Let me do this. I believe if I go. It's 9 numbers. This is 7.
Right.
So we'll have to set it
It's
to 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so I swiped my card, and now it's asking me for the value. I'm going to put $100. Enter. Now there's a $100 value. It tells me the card number and everything. I go to settle, and I pay for it how I want, with the
I
machine
think
or
it's 8
cash.
numbers, isn't it? Let's make sure we send it to the right. I think it's 8.
So now, if I want to redeem something with that card, I go, I put $100 on it. So if I go, I put a meal in, let's say this meal here, and I go to settle screen, I can go gift certificate, or gift card, whatever it is. It'll be, and then I swipe, and I'm gonna have 2 2s, and I hit check mark, and there you go. It just, I just paid for my meal with my card. So it's
what
that
if somebody
simple.
wanted to take a tip off the card as well? You would just enter.
Yeah,
a
you
higher
enter a
amount.
little higher number. You just enter it manually.
Is there a way of checking the value that's left on the card?
Yes, that's my next thing. So let's go back. Let's go to quick order. Go to where my gift cards are, and it says get balance at the top. I hit that button, and then I just swipe my card, and then I hit OK.
It hasn't been activated, so,
uh,
yeah.
Oh no, yeah, right.
All right,
Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, you will see here the balance. Plus, when you use it, when you sell or when you redeem, you'll see on the receipt the balance left on the card. And if somebody just walks in and say, "I just want to know my balance," you do this.
So void cards as well?
Management can adjust manually,
Okay.
but there's no transaction record. You just do it, and it's just there. So it's only top management who will have access. Okay.
Does it affect the way we do the server tips and everything, all of our bills, like, is all that gonna
Yeah,
change?
we're not gonna have to add up everybody's tips anymore. There's gonna be a printout of it, the end of the sheet, so it just gives everyone a total at the end of the day.
Which will be
So-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Your report will look like,
Proper amount on the cashier, right?
your report will look pretty well like this. The only difference here of this report, this is a manager main reading report, this is a main reading report, but your report will look just like that, except it'll have just your stuff. Okay, so you'll have at the top, you'll have the breakdown of the things you sold. Oops. And then you'll have, so net sales and tax. Gift cards, if you sold gift cards, it'll be here. If you have tips, it'll be in this section under the tax. It'll be, gratuity will be right there. I didn't do an order with gratuity. Let me do that now. Yes.
For us, so, but there is a chance now that make sure that's clear to all the servers, because I feel like a lot of servers, like, we can short ourselves essentially. Like, if I don't put in my tip amount from my card transactions in the computer, whatever comes
Oh.
out, you get
It's
it
gonna
at the
be a
end of the day.
printout from
You'll be integrated, so you won't have to, you won't make mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be all
So
integrated
it's
by
like
Tuesday.
When they do with the card machine, it's already going into the computer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, I can definitely see myself as
Really
like,
nice.
paid, you know,
Yeah,
like that.
really nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let me close this one with a tip. Settle.
Then we just go paid,
58. So let's go 70. $70 Visa. $11.24 gratuity. So now if I go manager and get my, or if you get your own cash out report. Screen for now. So you can see under the tax here, you get your total tips collected, $11.24, and then this $11.24 will be subtracted from the cash. So you'll have your cash in drawer, and then the $299.62 is your tips subtracted from that cash. So if you have a float, you know how much you need to give back.
They don't.
Or okay,
Yeah.
okay. So anyway, so that's where it shows. And then you got your cash Visa, all that stuff.
Servers aren't gonna have their own float. They're not gonna have their own.
Okay, sorry.
No, no,
I
no.
confused. Yeah, you go with okay. So yeah. Anyway, so that's your.
They would just get their tips paid out.
On the main report, you'll have the breakdown, a summary of employees, how much they brought in, and then at the bottom, takeout and dine in. That's for the main report. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Any other server-related questions while we're here?
Good.
I know it's probably definitely overwhelming right now, and
Please.
you're probably thinking, why are we changing? You'll, in time, that whole thing, all those little time-saving things are gonna really pay off. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could sign, you just turn the sheet around. You can sign if you haven't already. The sheet, please. And thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah. And actually, sorry, we need everybody to sign in for.
Do you want me to, I have a list, do you want me to do them on their time?
Oh, did you check that everybody
Yeah.
that said we're coming in here? Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. Yeah.
It's like, this is so much
Okay,
that we
so
don't
now
Yeah.
Sugar
But this is the
Shack.
exact
Yeah.
same system that Sequoia uses, so I know all the back office.
Sorry. Oh,
I know how to
that's
handle
way more
this
than
one.
you needed to
Yeah.
say.
So,
You know what?
as soon as I
Oh,
oh man, as soon as I opened it up, I was like, I know how to program